Was indeed a big weekend for Mercedes, and this time, under intense pressure, they made perfect calls from the pit wall too. Well, kind of. With Lewis and Valtteri having re-signed with Mercedes for at least a further 2 years, I took the opportunity to talk to Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff at the team's base in Brackley, near Silverstone. What is more difficult, knowing why you're quick or knowing why you're slow?
It's very important to know both, because when you're quick, it's very easy to take it as granted. So we have to ask ourselves regularly, why are we quick? Which areas in our team make us perform well, and where are our weaknesses? And only by trying to understand, it is not trivial, but trying to understand where your strengths and weaknesses are, you can actually guide the ship in a certain direction.
So which is more difficult?
Both are difficult, because in a technology-driven sport, with the interaction of a human in the car and outside of the car, you somehow need to merge these two, and that is difficult.
How much do you try to understand all the technology of the car? And at what point do you ever draw a line with one of your team leaders and say, well, that's his department, I don't really understand that, if indeed that ever happens?
It is impossible to understand all the technology. The car today and the power unit have become very complex. I think it is nevertheless important for each of the leaders in the various departments to understand the fundamental basics of the technology.
How much can you be expected of yourself to understand from each department?
I take a great interest in the technology, but I would never think to believe that I understand the detail, and because that is simply impossible. And the way our organization is being set up is that we very much empower each of the various departments, and that is important to trust.
Some triple headers are sustainable?
No, absolutely not. It breaks the drivers, it breaks the people that have to travel and work in the offices or on the car. And I very much believe in the concept of the shutdown, because it allows us for 2.5 weeks to just plug ourselves off, not be under the pressure of receiving emails or phone calls. I think we would need another shutdown over winter.